What's shaking, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shay, and today it is time to talk about all the books I'm looking forward to being released in the month of April. If you don't know how my monthly new release videos go, I'm going to tell you the book. I'm going to pop a picture up here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, not a full synopsis, but a little bit about it, maybe what drew it to me. Now, if there are sequels to books that I haven't read the first book in the series of, they will not be on this particular list, because if I haven't read the first book, I don't know if I will enjoy the second. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop on into it. I have my handy dandy laptop here, so if I'm looking down every so often, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, here we go. On April the 2nd, we have the reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. Now, I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and really enjoyed it. I did wind up DNFing the third book in that series, but we won't talk about it. But I'm very, very interested in hearing about what her new release is. So, a true crime fueled mystery thriller about a girl determined to uncover the shocking truth about her missing mother while filming a documentary on the unsolved case. So, very much looking forward to another entry from her. I haven't read anything but A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I'm looking forward to reading more. Alright, also on the 2nd, we have a beautiful cover in Dragon Rider by Taran Matharu. Now, I have read him before. The series that started with The Summoner, I think it was a YA series. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with that, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the adult space. A world of magic, warriors, and dragons in which a fearless orphan and an ambitious handmaiden flee from the empire that would imprison them with a dream to return to their homelands and a determination that's unbreakable. So I'm very interested in this. He had a series after the Summoner series, and I never read that one, but I'm very interested in this one because dragons, hello. Also, one of my most anticipated releases of the year coming out on April the 2nd is going to be Just for the Summer by Miss Abby Jimenez. Every woman he dates goes on to find their soulmate the second they break up. When a woman slides into his DMs with the same problem, they come up with a plan. They'll date each other and then they'll break up, so they're hoping then they'll find their soulmates. So, of course, they're going to wind up falling in love. I love Miss Abby Jimenez. I've given most of her books 5 stars. I absolutely positively cannot wait for this one. Then finally, we have The Play of Shadows by Sebastian de Castell. This book has been meaning to come out for like years, I feel like, but it's finally coming out. I think it's in the same world as his Great Coats series, which I have read and loved. And we're finally getting this one. Sword play, magic, intrigue, and friendships stronger than iron. So that's all we need to know about that, because I already love his writing in that world. Now, moving on to the 9th, I have The Familiar by Miss Leigh Bardugo. Now, I don't know much about it, vampires and Leigh Bardugo. So that's all you had to say to me to make me want to pick this one up. I'm really in my kind of gothic horror era, so I'm hoping this is kind of like a gothic fantasy type story, and I will eat it up. Then we have another very, very anticipated release of mine, and that's going to be Ghost Station by S.A. Barnes. I really enjoyed Dead Silence from her. I gave it 5 stars, and now we have our new sci-fi horror kind of thing. A crew must try to survive on an ancient abandoned planet. So that's all we need to know about any kind of thrilling. That's all we need to know. Also, moving on to the 16th, we have Earth Flown by Frances Wren. This is a love story that tries and fails to leave the water crisis behind. Set in near future post-flood London, it takes a grounded approach to fantasy archetypes where futuristic medicine meets a bit of magic. So I know that this is going to be a fairy tale romance, maybe some medicine involved. I'm in the medical field, so I really like to read about some things like that, and I'm in for a futuristic story. Then, of course, we have this gorgeous cover, which is To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chang, and this is a gorgeous cover. She has power over death. He has power over her. When two enemies strike a dangerous bargain, will they end war or ignite one? So, fantasy romance all the way. I'm here for it. Moving on to the 23rd, we have Escape Velocity by Victor Manibo. Okay, this one has a long summary. So, Space Habitat is the premier luxury resort in low Earth orbit, playground of the privileged and the perfect location to host reunions for the Rockford Institute. Rockford boasts only the best, the wealthiest, most promising students with the most impressive pedigrees. Complete with spacewalks, these lavish reunions are a prime opportunity for alumni to jockey for power with old friends and rivals. And crucially, to advance their applications to live in an exclusive Mars settlement. Earth is dying, and only the best deserve to save themselves. And I think in this one we're following 4 different main characters, all with a different kind of motive, different journey to kind of colonate this Mars settlement, and I am here for it. Then on the 23rd, we have The Wings Upon Her Back by Samantha Mills. A loyal warrior in a crisis of faith must fight to regain her place and begin her life again while questioning the events of her past. The gripping science fantasy novel is a complex, action-packed exploration of the costs of zealous faith, brutal war, and unquestioning loyalty. So, yes, please. Then, of course, we have the next installment on the 23rd for Miss Emily Henry, and that's going to be a funny story. It is about a girl whose fiance cheats on her with her childhood best friend, and then of course we're gonna swap it up when she's gonna fall in love with her childhood best friend's husband. So we all know that this has happened in real life, and I'm looking forward to Miss Emily Henry's take on this. Finally, on the 25th, we have A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Cathrall. This is the start of a new series called The Sunken Archive. A whimsical epistolary fantasy set in a mystical underwater world with mystery and heartwarming romance. So it has a stunning cover, and I can't wait to kind of dive into it. Again, I feel like I'm in my fantasy romance era. I'm super excited about it. All right, that's it. That's all of my releases in the month of April. What are you looking forward to? Let me know. I want to add it to my radar. Have you read any of these as an arc? Please let me know. And as always, these are all traditionally published fantasy. I will leave Rob J. Hayes' link to the self-published fantasy kind of books that are coming out in April so that you can kind of peruse that. The April list will not come out until mid-April. The March list is now up for your viewing, and I will link it down below. As always, we like to support our indie authors. That's all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.